Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to be making a new exhaust for the Forester. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we have the saw out. We are going to be cutting up some Schedule 40 2.5-inch pipe to make the pipe that goes in between the TD05 and the GT35. The current one is only a 2-inch, so I believe that is restricting the TD05 to spool, and it's starving the GT35. So we'll increase that by the 1/2 inch, but it's actually increasing the volume by 50%, which is crazy to think. Schedule 40 is really hard to cut, so let's get into it. I'll put you up on the tripod and let's see some sparks fly. Alright guys, so I'm actually going to be doing pie cuts with the Schedule 40. So 7.5 degree cut. So when they're together, it's like 15 degrees. And that should make it easier to get the angles. So I'm going to be cutting like 10 pieces. Going to be very thin on one side, so we get nice tight radius on that bend, so we can keep that GT35 in a closer location, so we get a better exhaust, and so we can get an air filter on as well. So we can get an intake and an air filter. So it's going to change the location a bit. So we're going to have to change the dump pipe. I've got my old one out. So I actually like the lobster that I've done here, pie cut. So as you can see, I've cut a hole in it. So I'm just going to chop it there, and we'll work off that one. It's got the little lip on it, so it sits into the GT35 quite well. And yeah, let's start cutting some Schedule 40. Alright guys, so I've got the angle at about 7.5. It's got an increment of 15 degrees, so it's got 1/2 inch between that. So when marking it out, you need to mark opposite sides, and we'll draw a line down here. Because every cut that you need to do, you need to rotate it around, so you're getting that pie. So you got your 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. These actually came in a plastic sleeve. I had an oil coating on it, but that was quite some time ago. And I took them off. Now they're rusty, but that'll get all cleaned up anyways. Yeah, we'll start marking it out, and yeah, we'll start cutting. Alright, so I've done a line from about here to the end. Hopefully we don't need any more than that. We're just going to make sure that that line stays to the top. And when we flip it, it stays to the top obviously. So both our cuts are on the same side and not rotated. Then we start getting some weird shapes going on. But you can do it like that, so you can twist it and stuff like that, but to get a true pie, keep it. So obviously this end is flat, so that's going to go onto the flange, and then we'll do the pie cuts up to I don't know if I'm going to go up to straight into the T3 flange or go to a 2.5 V-band. I'm not sure just yet. We'll figure that out soon. Just got to cut these, and we'll work that out later. Alright guys, done my first cut. It's still freaking hot. This blade isn't the best, so there's a lot of cleanup needed. Not doing very clean cuts. So we've got a straight edge and we've got a 7.5 degrees. It's going to be a pretty tight bend, which is great, which is what I want, but also means there's quite a bit of welding, and we'll probably run out of, we'll run out of argon, so we'll have to get some more. So just tacking them all together. I've got to clean up this edge and the bottom edge, and we'll cut the first 15 degree pie, and then yeah, we'll go along until we get 90 degrees plus, and we'll see what we can do. Alright guys, I just destroyed the saw. Ended up throwing a switch and GoPro went flat, didn't know why, and yeah, just did one of the circuit breakers. But yeah, I've got 5 pieces cut of the pie. Had to use the angle grinder to get the last bit off. There's probably about 2 mil hanging on. So, looks like I need to get another saw. Yeah. Alright guys, so we've got 5 there, and I reckon we've got about 60 degrees there. Still need to deburr the inside. This is the new flange that's going onto the back of the TD05. It's actually 2 1/4, and I was lining up this one, which is the flat one. So to cut it out, like the extra 1/4 inch, had it even, but then it fouled up here, so I can bring it up. We have a nice curve there, and I just have to take out that section, so we are even here and here, so we'll be able to get bolts in properly. So we'll do that, and this is obviously for the wastegate. I'll deburr these, and I'm not sure just yet. Need to get another saw. Alright guys, it's the next day. GoPro keeps going back to slow-mo every time I stop, so I'm gonna work out what's going on there. Also picked up another drop saw, so I'm gonna put that together. I'm gonna clean up the edges on this 2 1/2 pipe here to get ready to go into that one. So we've got a nice clean start. So I've got a 7 1/2 degree cut already there. I've already got the lines all on there. Cleaning up some burrs over there. So hopefully this new saw does not make burrs. See how this disc is on this one. Alright guys, so I've got it all set up. I've read through the instructions, well, most of it. I know what everything is here. Got it set up. Actually sits a bit higher than that one. So I've got 3-inch pipe underneath to stabilize it. And we are coming down right on 1.5 centimeters. So I think these discs, these cut-off discs, are pretty damn loud. And this one actually has a guard here too, instead of it flying everywhere. So let's see how that goes. It's going to take my time with it. Not going to force it. Get all my protective stuff on, and let's do it. All right. So this side is the one that we just did. Took a little bit of time. A little bit of birds there, but nowhere near as bad as these ones. It's a lot of work to do. But yeah, outside, not much. Just took my time with it. Obviously, up here and down here was the hardest. It went through, actually slowed it down, going through this section. And yeah, it's rotate it, the pipe, and we'll keep cutting. Oh my god, I have been doing it so hard. I must have like just been wearing that one in on the first one. This one went through like butter. Alright, I'm going to show you how quick I'm actually cutting this now. I'm not going to speed it up. It's so quick compared to that old junk. Right, let's go. Get up to speed. Alright, I am really happy with that. It's very quick. I've unplugged it, put the safety on. So, we'll head over here, we've got to grind off some bits. So, just to make them flat. At the very bottom, it's got a little bit of a lip there with the burr, but they are a lot neater than the other ones, as you can see there. this is with the other blade. I've already taken the outside off them. There's like not much on the outside at all. Anyway, I got the light up here. I've got the flap disc. Let's clean up them, and then they'll sit flat so we can see where we're at. We should have 6 pieces to make 90 degrees. I've also marked my first one, which is that one. It's flat, doesn't have a 7.5 degree cut, so yeah, I'll have to get the carbide bit out and drill the insides so we have smooth. Sick. Alright, these 4 are the ones that I just did on the new blade. There is 1/2 of one that I did here, but it's like chalk and cheese. These sit absolutely flush with each other, which is going to make for a awesome weld. And these are okay. Right, it's getting a bit late now, so I'm not going to do any more cuts to make some good ones. There is one that I have to use over here, which is the first one. It's got the flat edge. Unless I want to cut a straight edge one. I don't even know where it is now. Which one is it? That one. Right over there. Right. Come on. Yeah. Alright guys, it's the next day. I'm really happy with these cuts. So I'm actually going to do more and just get rid of them. I'll practice on them. I'll practice welding on them. Because I'm going to try something a little different. But I'm going to have to use this one unless I cut another straight, which I'll need to do 2 straights. So one for this end and one for the T3 flange end. But yeah, I'll do another 5. And yeah, we'll come back after I do all those cuts. Alright, I've reached the limit of the saw. I've worn it down enough that I can't get through the pipe anymore. But we've got all of these done, so I'll let this air out and I'll come back later. Alright guys, cleaned up the garage a little bit. I'm actually going to end this episode here. I do still need to clean up these, but next episode we'll bring the FOS in and we'll start pulling it apart and we'll start putting this together. So guys, if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting the subscribe button, and I'll catch you next episode when we make another version of the compound system. Thanks for watching. Bye.